dropped a few things. Oh, we just lost that. Not doing well today. I'm kind of stumped. We have to put it all back together. This socket, it may be stuck on the bolt. Okay, so here's the heat shield. Looks pretty cool. And then the charge pipe. And it's got these holes for meth.
I'm Tito. I'm great at smoking meth.
So not only does this allow us to have meth in the future, but it's also got a wider diameter than the stock charge pipe. So these mods aren't going to do much to start with, but in the future they will help when we start getting some more power. So let's get them on. The heat shield, it uses the original hardware, so I think it's just these two bolts here. So we'll take that off. We'll move this ECU. The airbox is underneath it, and then we should be able to get to the charge pipe. So fingers crossed, doesn't take too long. I tried this yesterday, but I'd driven the car, just come back from the gym, and everything was boiling hot, so I thought I'd give it a go today. So let's get started. Okay, 10mm sockets. Easy enough. This is what the turbo looks like behind there. It's got a lot more room than the Audi. So now we need to take off this, which I believe is a Torx 30, and then the airbox Torx 25. But let's see. Torx 30. So I do have an intake coming to this, but it is delayed. I suppose putting the charge pipe on now would be better anyway, because then it's underneath. Okay, be careful with these cables. And there it is. Now I believe it is a T25. Yep. Oh, we just lost that. It's a good job that we've got a new intake coming. There's one more bolt just down here. Okay. And clips quite easily. We have there we go. So we just unplugged this so I didn't have to cut the cable ties. Fold it all back. I think this pulls off as well. There we go. So that's just clipped in. Use a screwdriver for that. We can probably use a screwdriver. Yep. To release the clip on the filter. And the other one just here on this one. You can use a socket or a screwdriver. Okay, stage 1, 2, it's off. And now you can see the charge pipe. It's got a rubber hose there and then another rubber hose here, so we'll see which one we're replacing. Let's see the difference. So you can see there is quite a bit of difference between the diameter. So next, let's get this pipe off. These 2 bolts, and then let's see if you can see there in the distance is another 2, and then the rubber hose on both ends, but you can see how it gets wider and then thinner. So we might have to take this off to get to it. I've just noticed these bolts, they're like a Torx, and it's the same reason why I haven't tackled the suspension yet, lowering that, because they've got a Torx, and I don't think I've got a socket for this. Can you use a regular socket with the Torx? Let me know in the comments. So I've got an 8mm socket, and we're going to try and use it on this Torx bit here. Wish me luck. Success. Luckily, there is not a lot of tension on these, but I'm going to get some sockets because it looks like this car has got a lot of these kind of bolts. So the last one, ooh. Let's see. Now let's hope we don't drop this bolt, because this one's a little bit more important. And the new pipe doesn't come with new hardware. Okay, confirmed. A normal socket will work. We just have to undo that one and this one. I'm hoping it's just this left side, not one, and then we can pull it off. This one we can get the screwdriver in it. Ooh, not doing well today. Keep dropping things. Okay, that's loose. Next, it's just this bolt on this side. Got the top 2 out, which were a pain. It took me like an hour. I ended up dropping one of the Torx pieces down the back, so that's 3 things that I've lost now. Just on this, it was meant to be an easy install. And I think that this pipe has got a tube attaching to the diverter valve here. If we look at this one, it has this, and unless we take all of this off, I don't think I'm going to be able to take off that one clip. So this silicone hose is off, that one is off, you can see deep in there, and if I took the 2 screws out the top, thinking they were the only bits, but there's another 2 underneath. And with ratchets, I even tried with this contraption, and that got one of them off. I got another one off with a different thing, but the lower ones I can't get my hand in and get the ratchet in. So I went and bought this. It's the closest thing I can find and the smallest, so I can get enough clearance to get my hand in, and I'm gonna give it a go. It's gonna take a while. Hopefully it doesn't take another hour to get these 2 screws out, but wish me luck. Here we go. So the other thing that I did do was ordered some Torx sockets. So this bar is getting in the way, but they didn't have any in stock in 3 different places that I went. So I've ordered some of them in like 5 days, they're gonna turn up. I really hope that I don't have to wait for them, because then I'm kind of stumped. I'm gonna have to put it all back together. So let's hope. I made this so I can push. It slides on. I can line this up and I can push hard, swap hands, and then get some ratchet action. Okay, that spins out easier. Got it. And it's still stuck. What is that attached to? Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay, so it just pops out of the intake here, just at the back. So there's three screws in it. Kind of like so. See, and then it just pops in. You see the little rubber O-ring there. I'm going to cut the cable tie here that attaches it to this cable, and then I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we can wiggle the pipe out. Success! Okay, here's the pipes. So it was this that was the pain in the butt. Honestly, I don't think I could have got that off blind. I didn't know what connection it was. So I'm going to take it off now, attach it to the new one. But you can see the difference in diameter. This one goes, I'm not sure why it would do it. If anyone knows why, skinny to thick. So this is the same diameter all the way around. And it has these 3 ports. So we can add methanol injection in the future, should we want to. Gonna get the silicone coupler on the top, transfer the tube for the diverter valve, and then these rubber grommets here, they need to be put into this, And then let's put it back together. This was meant to be easy. Let's hope the next job that we do is a little bit easier than this. So my phone's running out of battery and I've been struggling with this for ages. The pipe is in. I think it would have been way easier if I did take this off, but you can see the diverter valves here. I put it the wrong way over some cables, had to flip it round. But it's in place and it looks like it all fits, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's, as you've seen from the beginning, you just got to put everything in reverse. One other thing I did do was release this, which is actually a Torx T25 there, and then it just pulls out, and it allowed me to rotate this to get the pipe in a bit easier. So now I've just got to bolt it in. It's the next day. I was here till like 9 last night trying to do it, and then all the lights, because I'm working on battery lights, they all ran out of battery, but here it is. It's all snugged back up. The heat shield isn't back on yet. I'm just going to try a first start, but you can see the pipe down here. I retrieved 3 of the 4 things that we dropped in the engine bay. I'm going to take the cover off the bottom and see if I can get to the last bit. Let's try and start it. Ready? Okay, so it starts. That's just because I changed the winter tyres and I haven't got the sensor done yet. So it seems to have started okay. The cold start just chilling out now. Doesn't seem to be any lights on the dash. So here it is. It does touch here, which is a bit of a concern. And it does, if it flexes, it might hit that. But I'll keep you updated with how that is. This was a much harder install than anticipated. As you can probably see from the video, it's taken me like half a day in the morning the next day to get this installed, and I thought it would be like an hour, 2 hours max, but it's in. The car starts, turbo heat shields on. We do now have the option for water meth, which is awesome. In the future, obviously it's not going to give us any major power upgrades right now, but when we do start pushing more power, then it should be a good supporting mod. So thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.
A rich man's world.